This song is about a dream I once had. I dreamt I woke up in Venezuela, where I've never been, but it was my dream, so I knew it was Venezuela. It was a lucid dream, so I was aware that I was dreaming. And I was walking down the street, and it was very beautiful. My family was all there. And this is apropos of nothing, but they were dressed in very old-fashioned clothing. My father was in a top hat and a frock coat. And my mother was in this kind of high-necked, severe, black Victorian kind of dress. And this man approached me, who I've never met in my real life. And he was also wearing old-fashioned clothing. And he very formally asked me if he could show me the city. And I said yes, and I took his arm. And he showed me all the sights. And at one point he broke down and he confessed that he's been waiting for me. That he's been watching me grow up from a small girl to a woman, and he's been waiting for this moment for me to come to him because we're meant to be married. And I was kind of swept up in the whole thing. That's really romantic, ain't it? And he was totally handsome. And then, as happens in dreams, if anybody's ever quit smoking, you have a dream shortly thereafter that you messed up and you smoked a cigarette. I suddenly remembered that I was already married in another dream. And I knew I couldn't stay. And I felt really terrible about it. I mean, he asked my dad for permission and everything. And so the way that I broke it to him that I couldn't stay was I opened up my shirt, and inside I was just a skeleton. And behind the bones of my rib cage hung a crumpled old Valentine, a paper heart, in the shape of a heart. And it was kind of rammed onto a fish hook. And I pointed to it and I said, "My real heart is in another dream, so I cannot marry you, Fernando. I'm terribly, terribly sorry." And then I woke up. And I couldn't get back to sleep because the images of the song were very arresting, and I was in Spain at the time, which is, I think, where the Venezuela thing came from. And I wrote down every detail I could remember, and it became this song called Venezuela. That was such a lovely dream. The streets were golden in the sun. I'd never been to Venezuela, but my family was all there, and my mother looked so young. Venezuela looked like Brooklyn, though the streets were twice as wide. Children spun around the trees, little tops, little Sufis. Mama smiled from inside. Oh, Fernando, I'm so sorry for the love you saved for me, but my heart is locked forever in another lovely dream. He approached me like a prince and said he's loved me all his life. He said he knew that I I'd come here. He's been waiting all these years, and I'm meant to be his wife. And my sister was so jealous of the love you saved for me. She left stomping across the square, rigid arms and flying hair. Her skirt had many layers, and it bounced like Sandra Dee's. Oh, Fernando, I'm so sorry. Whatever could I say to a man I've never met? Who's the one who got away? Cried to see his heart so plainly, for he was such a formal man. Handed to me like a daisy in the presence of my family, from his damp and shaking hand. I said, Fernando, I can't stay here. And a clock began to chime, and I opened up my shirt, and in its bony cage ticked a paper valentine. Oh, Fernando, I'm so sorry for the love you saved for me, but my heart is locked forever in another lovely dream. Oh, Fernando, I'm so sorry. Whatever could I say to a man I've never met? Who's the one